Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on Drew Lock and the Tennessee Titans.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Now, he wasn't playing that last game right here on earth, was he? I mean, there's just no way. I mean, that performance, that number of times getting the ball into the end zone, throwing it.
No interceptions,
No interceptions, took care of it. Yeah, he was a little otherworldly in his last performance.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Tucker McCann for the extra.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Burrow on the keeper.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zipped on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Clock now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. Catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Makes the score Titans 10.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Edwards now on 1st and 10. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This is the tight end, Njoku. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
30-yard line.
Now Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's ready to begin this drive off. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 10-10.
Second down now. It's Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Throwing on first down is Locke. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Edwards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
Drew Lock, sack. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Derrick Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he stopped immediately there. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of
good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Lock now going to hang on to it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out and gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Lock. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd
and Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, Burrow. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for David.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd as time expires in the 1st half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Tucker McCann, the kickoff for
the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now the 2nd down throw on target, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
N'Keal Harry. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
David Njoku. That's good for us.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brought down back at the...
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow will throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Incomplete.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Give them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
29-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Titans.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Locke working out of the gun. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Third down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Makes the score, Bengals 20.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Edwards. And some space here. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a dump off here complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Locke. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Tennessee. Running
from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Lock now on 1st down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Lock, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll go for it. It's Lock. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Able to find Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing signal.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. K.J. Hamler, 85 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
The extra point.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and still the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return, Jackson. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Block now on 1st down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
To Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Edwards, the ball.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage. They created some nice space for him.
They run once more with Edwards. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Gus Edwards.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down. But this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here we go with Burrow. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Edwards. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Titans down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, and a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Tennessee.
He's back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
15-yard loss. Today's final
partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for Cincinnati, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.